Grim Reaper keeps on calling me. Grim Reaper keeps on calling me. The Grim Reaper keeps on calling me.
78 Sports TV here. Alright guys, I'm checking out this article on MMAfighting.com. Shout out to them. UFC challenger to the throne at the featherweight division, Conor McGregor, who will be facing Jose Aldo in UFC 189, has made some interesting comments towards the king of the ring, the king of the squared circle, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Conor McGregor claims that he would kill Floyd Mayweather Jr. inside of 30 seconds. Now, I don't think he meant death. I think he just meant destroy him. He would, beat him in 30 seconds, okay? Now, let's talk about that for a minute, because I know this will probably upset some people. Some people say, oh, that's bullshit, whatever. But, there's a difference between MMA and boxing, okay? A boxer does not have to know MMA. An MMA guy has to know boxing, okay? He has to be able to grapple. He has to be well-versed in wrestling, submissions, being jiu-jitsu or whatever. He has to be well-versed in stand-up striking, whether it be Muay Thai kickboxing and boxing as well. He has to be a well-versed guy, all right? Complete fighter, if you will. In boxing, you have to be highly skilled at one thing, boxing, okay? You don't have to worry about anybody kicking you in your leg. You don't have to worry about anybody grabbing you and taking you to the ground or anything like that. In boxing, when somebody grabs you, what happens? The referee breaks you apart. All right. So Conor McGregor would beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. I have no doubt about that. Okay, he would beat him in a fight, because under MMA rules, okay, under boxing rules, Floyd Mayweather destroys him easily. But under MMA rules, McGregor would defeat Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just because of the more practical. MMA is more practical, okay, in a real life situation than is boxing, okay? Because in boxing, all right, if you take a boxer and put him in the street, all right, if you're fighting somebody who respects your rules of just standing up, throwing them hands, then you're good, okay? But how often in a street fight do you find yourself around somebody who is a man of honor, a man who's going to listen to your rules? No. In a street fight, a clinch always happens. Somebody gets thrown to the ground. Somebody gets kicked in the face. Somebody gets stomped on, whatever. So an MMA guy will be more versed and more well-equipped to handle a situation like that. And this is why I want to talk to people about this as well. I think I talked about this a few years ago with Blood, about MMA. I would advise a lot of people just to start studying MMA. Even if you don't get deep into it, at least take the basics, study it for 6 months to a year, grappling and mixed martial arts, because more and more people are learning it and studying it, okay? And you see how McGregor's talking. Floyd Mayweather is considered to be the best fighter in the world, but McGregor, this up-and-coming guy in UFC, is saying that he'll destroy him in 30 seconds. Well, the reason why he's so confident is because MMA guys, that's the confidence that MMA training gives a person, okay? I don't care how good you are with your hands. Doesn't matter. You could be the best. I'm the best knockout puncher. All this, it doesn't matter. Okay, what will you do if somebody grabs you by your legs and scoops you, and then puts you in a mount position? What will happen? If you don't know how to get that person off of you, and you're laying on your back, you're done. You're done. They can drop elbows in your face whenever they want. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I've been watching MMA since the UFC first came out. I think it was like 1993 when the first UFC came out. I watched UFC 1, UFC 2, and I was hooked from there. And I saw this little guy, Royce Gracie, be able to defeat all these bigger guys. And he wasn't really, it didn't look like, he didn't have no good jab, and, he didn't have no devastating right hand or left hook. He didn't have no kicks or nothing. This dude was just grabbing on the people, putting them on the ground, and making them submit. And I was just so intrigued by that. I'm like, this fucking guy, man. And it was frightening at the same time, because I'm like, what if I run into a dude like this? How could I handle this? So in 1994, I started studying jiu-jitsu, okay? Small circle jiu-jitsu, because they didn't have Brazilian jiu-jitsu at that time. It wasn't really widespread taught. So I started studying small circle jiu-jitsu, which is similar. And later on, in the early 2000s, I started taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right? And I remember when a guy, the instructor, had me on the ground, right? He took me down, and he got me in a mounted position, right? And he told me to get up. He said, "Get me off of you." I couldn't get him off of me. I tried everything I could. And I'm a grown man at this point in time. Couldn't get this guy off of me. Another grown man I couldn't get off of me. I'm laying on my back. And he was instructing the class as I'm struggling to get up. He's talking to the class. He's not even paying attention to me. He's like, "Yeah, see, from right here, I can drop an elbow right in his face. I can hit him with this hand. You see, from right here." While he's talking, I'm struggling to get up. And that was the most terrifying experience in my life. I said, man, this motherfucker could kill me right now. There's nothing I could do. He could fucking kill me. So from that day forward, I made it my business to learn that, okay? And to learn the countermeasures, the preventions, and to be the best I could be when it comes to grappling, okay? And many guys just don't care about it. "Oh, I don't give a fuck." Like one dude told me before, "Man, I don't give a fuck about that MMA shit. When the motherfuckers try to grab me, I'm gonna knock his bitch ass out." Okay, you think that if you want to, all right? Yeah, come to the gym with me. Yeah, come to the gym and we'll see. You know, it'll be the people you least suspect. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers get all cocky and arrogant, looking for trouble. You know what I mean? It's because they've been studying, they've been training MMA, and they're looking for a problem. They looking for some tough guy to test out their skills on. Okay, and so anyway, that's just something I want to get out there, because a lot of people I know are going to be probably offended by what McGregor said, but you can't really argue with it. He would defeat Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if it'd be 30 seconds, but he definitely would defeat him under MMA rules in a real fight, because he is the more lethal guy. All right, he's trained to go. The man can take you down, okay, put you on your back, choke you out. You extend one of them arms in the wrong spot. Now you in the arm bar. It's just so many different ways an MMA guy could defeat a boxer. Okay, it just doesn't work for boxers. You know, you have to be trained to endure punishment to your legs. You have to be able to know not to extend your arm in certain positions. It's so much stuff you have to know in order to defeat a guy who is well versed in mixed martial arts. So that's why I do believe McGregor would defeat Floyd Mayweather in a real fight. However, McGregor, while he's talking all this shit, you know what I'm saying, it's smart. It is smart for McGregor to do this, because he's attaching his name to Floyd Mayweather's name. He's getting people to ask the questions. And going into his bout with Jose Aldo, if he were to defeat Jose Aldo, I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a superstar. He's going to be a superstar. All right? And what he's going to do is, you're going to have people asking the question, can he beat Floyd Mayweather? Or are you better than Floyd Mayweather? All this kind of shit, man. I remember they used to do it to Mike Tyson back in the day when Royce Gracie was running through the early UFCs. They were always calling out Mike Tyson. Let's get Mike Tyson over here. You know why? Because they need a big bad guy to make an example out of, right? Because boxers just can't. I'm telling you, I know y'all don't want to listen. A boxer just can't fuck with a dude who's well versed in MMA. I'm not talking about some dude who's been studying for 2 weeks, but a dude who knows what he's doing. A guy who knows how to shoot and take you down. There's nothing a boxer can do, no matter how good he is, how strong he is. You just aren't trained for that, okay? It's just nothing you can do, all right? 78 Sports TV, you guys let me know what you think. Boxing versus MMA, I'll holler.